Hello, Sport Beach. We're back. It's day 2 at Cannes. I'm with Tina Fair, the president of L'Oreal Consumer Products. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here today.
Thanks for having me.
So, what do you think? Cannes, day 2.
My first can,
Your first Cannes.
yes, and I said day 2 feels like a week, but it's been amazing, really amazing. Now I know why they packed a fan for me. I didn't understand why they would walk around with a fan, but now I get it. But
It's a good team.
yeah, it's a great. They thought of everything. Today was fantastic. We had a round table on sports creators, athletes, and it's just great to hear directly from the creators, from the athletes, and what they're looking for between brand relationships and the values, matching the values of the athlete and the brand. So it was an amazing roundtable.
What was the most surprising thing you heard from the athletes today?
They were very honest, and that was refreshing. But I think for them, beyond just, it's not about making the money, and it's really about, do they relate to the brand, and is it a fit, and can they authentically and organically talk about it?
Yeah.
So that was becoming more and more important to athletes and who they partner with, and making sure from previous experience that it's really a brand that is important to them.
Yeah, and that's obviously extremely important to L'Oreal and how you look for partners.
Absolutely, one of the key things.
Yeah, and how do you decide, the relevance of a cultural moment, or, when it's right for a brand to be a part of that conversation?
Yeah, it's interesting because some moments come so fast you were not expecting them, so you have to react very quickly. And some others, you plan a little bit more for, like Olympics is coming, but we have a big brand portfolio from L'Oreal Paris to NYX to Garnier, so each brand fits very differently into a cultural moment. So it's really important that you align what the brand stands for, the brand values, to the cultural moment, or it's not going to work.
I mean, you had a massive cultural moment with L'Oreal Paris and Devil Wears Prada 2. Tell us a little bit about
Perfect example,
how that
right?
was so successful.
It was a perfect example. I mean, I give the team so much credit for how they integrated into Devil Wears Prada 2. And it wasn't just, we're going to sponsor Devil Wears Prada 2. It was a true, deep integration of the brand. And it worked so well because L'Oreal Paris is all about, I'm worth it, you're worth it, which is the story of Devil Wears Prada. So using our own casting and brand ambassador to kind of tell a story that was entertaining, which we call beauty-tainment, so beauty and entertainment combined, worked so well. And we really integrated into the activations of the film, and it was seamless and authentic and loved by our consumers.
That was one of the really fun things as I was looking at some of the social content that came out of that. The conversation from your fans was so incredible, from the fans of the show and the fans of, your spokesperson and the fans of the brand. How do you, we know that the best stories aren't just told by the brand, right? They're
Right.
told by the fans, the way the fans amplify. How do you create the conditions for something like that to happen, that magic to happen?
If you have the right integration and the right partnership, your fan base, your loyalty base wants to get involved in the conversation. That's how you build community, and the best brands build community, and you bring your community into the conversation. And an ambassador, also the brand face, to engage in that community organically goes a long way as well, because it just adds to the authenticity of the brand and the partnerships. But we always see our consumers just love to be part of the story and love to have a point of view. So bringing them in is so important.
Yeah, you sure got it right with that one, because they were all over it. It was so fun to read the comments. We're talking about fandom. We know that obviously celebrities have an incredible fan base. Athletes have an incredible fan base. Beauty brands have an incredible fan base. I mean, people are as loyal to their Essie color as they are their college football team, I think. How do you, create that level of obsession, that, that true fandom for a brand, for a product?
It is product first, and first and foremost, you have to deliver on the need gaps of the consumer or the result, right? If you're not delivering on the result and the product doesn't work, like, forget it. So that's just entry.
There you go.
And then from there, beauty consumers are so engaged. And when they do fall in love with a product, whether it's a nail color or a foundation, it's about the way it makes them feel. And when a brand can make somebody show up stronger, feel confident, they can go, have that live moment, it changes everything. So I think the deep connection beauty has to the consumer, and it's magical. And there's some consumers who've been using the same products for so long, like Great Lash Mascara, right, or a nail Essie nail polish. And I'm telling you, we've deleted something or canceled something. We have had consumers make us bring things back that they love.
And you're listening.
We're listening. They're not happy about it when it happens, so you have to listen. But yeah, we've brought things back because we deleted their favorite color. So it's super important that loyal base, to make sure that you're still giving them what they want.
Yeah, and having that two-way conversation we were talking about earlier. Yeah. You've mentioned, of course, Maybelline, L'Oreal Paris, Essie. These are incredibly iconic brands, right? They're brands we all feel like we know, we've grown up with. How do you balance that iconicity, is that a word, and staying relevant and introducing the brand, to new generations?
It's so important. I think, being a legacy brand or a heritage brand, having that awareness and recognition is a strength. But you can't just count on that. You have to reinvent yourself, as a brand that's been around for a very long time or has that level of recognition. You have to surprise consumers. You have to create cultural moments. And I think with brands that have that power, you can really create your own cultural moment. So it's just important to always listen to the consumer, really follow where where they are and meet them there, and just make sure that you're disrupting and you're culturally relevant. You can't just rely on your heritage or your brand name.
Yeah. Well, speaking of disrupting, we have to talk about Ellie the elephant.
Yeah. How cool is that?
How cool is that? How brilliant a move. How did that come about?
It's the creativity of our teams, I think, and we're at a creative festival, which is very relevant, but it's so important. Creativity is so critical to brands today, and it doesn't lie with one person. It lies with everybody, the responsibility to be creative. But I think for us, we always challenge, like, how do we partner in a very unique way? And not going to a player or going to Ellie herself was brilliant, and it captured. It went socially viral, but it's loved by everybody, and she really leaned in, So that was a great moment.
And a lot of that just sort of then grew organically, and you could really
see the fans wanting more and more. So yeah, just then you can reinvent it. Ellie's not going to go away. So how do you continue the story? How do you continue to reinvent it?
Yeah.
Because you also don't want it to become a bit stale either. So that was a great partnership.
That was a great partnership. Congratulations on that. Congratulations on your first can.
Thank you.
I hope you can. We can all stay cool. You can stay cool.
Yeah.
You can have some fun.
Get some sleep at some point.
Yeah. Get some sleep at some point. Maybe not too much. When we get home, there's plenty of time for sleep.
Yeah.
It's so great spending time
thank you.
with you.
Thank you for this.
Thank you for spending time with us at Sport Beach. That's a wrap.